PMB guy goes unscripted. Greetings, and welcome back to Lockdown Day 4, coming to an end now, I do believe. Apologies for missing yesterday. I got tied up fiddling around with some music and stuff, and got a bit tied up with that, and ended up falling asleep, and yeah, anyways, yesterday was, well, it was actually yesterday passed pretty quickly. I ended up having a conversation over a wall with the neighbors, and yeah, just discussing how long we think this lockdown is going to take, and if we think it's going to be 3 weeks or 3 months, and so on and so forth. And yeah, and otherwise today was kind of pretty cool. I decided to pop out to the shops, and oh well, because I'd heard from one or two people who asked on WhatsApp, because I was saying like, what's the shopping experience like? And people were saying it's pretty awesome, so I thought might as well check it out. And yeah, well, it was pretty interesting. Quite a lot of queuing outside the shop before we went in, and it took a while to get into the shop, about 10 to 20, or no, okay, not 10, maybe 20 to 25 minutes or so standing outside the shop, spaced out at about a meter distance. Uh, yeah, so I was wearing a face mask and everything to make sure that I was safe, because yeah, I'm kind of careful about going out to shops, because shops, I think, are a place where it's quite likely that you'll find the staff might become spreaders of corona because they come in contact with so many people. So I just thought I better wear my face mask, and yeah, so I was masked up when I went to the shops. And yeah, I stood in the queue for about 20 to 30 minutes outside. And yeah, well, that was okay. Well, actually, I'm kind of torn on this because I don't know if I prefer queuing. Okay, well, wait, let me finish explaining first, okay, because then I got into the shop, and once you're in the shop, it's pretty empty. I was like, wow, it was like a very, very quiet shopping day, but all the tills are open, so yeah, it was pretty amazing. Went around, got, uh, wait, what did I get? Oh yeah, I think I got some muffins or something like that, because I saw the bakery, and I was like, cooked food that we don't have to cook ourselves. Ah! So yeah, basically, I think the supermarkets are going to be like, well, pretty much they're going to be everyone's favorite fast food by the end of the whole lockdown procedure. That's on the lighter note of things. But yeah, so having gone through the shop and got my stuff, I got to a till which had, well, no one except me. So basically, it was essentially walking almost straight out with my stuff. Okay, just stopping to pay for it, obviously. Um, excuse me. And then, yeah, out I went. So that actually gave me an interesting thought, which is, do I prefer, okay, well, yeah, like, I just like to throw it out there, like, do you prefer, or would you prefer to queue before you go into the shop if there's no more queues once you're in the shop? Or do you prefer queuing in the shop once you have all your things? I don't know, like, it's a weird thing, because in a funny way, I prefer, I could definitely say, I could definitely go for queuing outside. Yeah, okay, well, queuing outside, yeah, I don't know if it'll work in a non-coronavirus situation as per se, but queuing outside and getting into an empty shop, it's different. I mean, like, it's a different kind of experience. It's not big. I mean, okay, well, I mean, I've never done that before. Okay, well, maybe once at a club in the UK or something when you had to queue, or when they only let in a certain number of people at a time to try and make it seem more exclusive, or something like that. But yeah, like the concept of queuing outside, and also once you got into the club, if you went to the bar, you still had to queue, so it's not quite the same thing. But yeah, I mean, like it was a very interesting experience queuing before, and then not queuing. Like I don't know, it's just really weird in my mind. I'm like, I just queued before I had anything, but then when I had things, I didn't have to queue, as opposed to queuing when you have all your things, so you know the purpose of standing in the. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but pretty much it's like you know the purpose of standing in the queue because you have your things and you know, like your plan is to get through the queue and go home, whereas here you're trying to get through the queue to go into the shop. But yeah, I mean, okay, it was an interesting experience, let me say. And yeah, okay, well, I forgot to get my airtime or credit for my phone for people who might use different lingo for. Anyways, I forgot to get my minutes to make phone call, well, not minutes, but like physical money or phone money, whatever you want to call it. Airtime, credit, phone credit. And so I decided, okay, let me go back in the evening. And yeah, okay, when I got back in the evening, no more queues, and it was a bit chaotic. There was queues of about 4 to 5 people when I got to the tills. There were social distancing, yes and no, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, it was an interesting experience to go shopping, and the difference between, well, the morning was a lot more structured. There were security guards everywhere telling people to space out and coming up with hand sanitizer and so on. Yeah, it was actually, when I walked into the shopping mall, I had to sanitize my hands at the door. Then when I was standing in the queue, I had to sanitize my hands again. And then walking into the shop, I had to sanitize my hands another time, which I found interesting. Oh, and they all had different colored hand sanitizer, or there was like a spray bottle with hand sanitizer in it. I won't say what the last bottle looked like, but yeah, I almost asked the guy, like, is that? But yeah, so that was the excitement of today, and well, my first trip out of the garden. That's why I'm all smiles and yay, it's been. Yeah, well, I don't plan to go out anytime for a while now because I bought, oof, I think I bought, okay, in total I bought 28 cupcakes. Yes, I kind of lost my mind there a bit because I was just like, wow, cooked food. Because, yeah, I mean, it's a bummer. Like, I was walking, when I walked around the mall before I went into the supermarket, and everything was closed. It's like, there's no burgers, no pizza, no ribs, no fish and chips. Okay, not that I'm a fan of fish and chips, but it's just, I mean, if it was open, it would just be like, wow, I mean, there's something open. I mean, so yeah, that was the highlight of my day was getting a whole bunch of sweet junk baked goods at the local bakery at the supermarket. Um, Wait, what else did I get? Oh, I also got some orange juice, which is here. I saw it. It is, yeah, this stuff here is 100% pure orange juice. So I decided to get 2 bottles of this as well. Because yeah, I've got to load up on the vitamin C, want to try to keep healthy and beat this COVID thing. Yeah, don't know what else to say for the day. Yeah, well, oh, we're now up to more cases. There's 3 deaths in South Africa. Or there's, let me put this bottle back. There's been 3 deaths in South Africa, which is, drat. There's been 3 deaths in South Africa, which is a bit of a bummer because, yeah, now the death count is rising. And yeah, apparently the case in Khayelitsha, who was a 25-year-old woman, her case has worsened pretty quickly. So, judging by what I've seen on other videos discussing the symptoms and basically how the disease develops, I fear she might have been sick for over 2 weeks, which means, okay, I mean, like she might have had the virus for over 14 days, which would mean she might have been spreading it for quite a while. So, okay, well, I guess we'll see what happens with the numbers over the next few days and what comes out there. But yeah, pretty much a reasonably good day. It was very exciting just going out. Oh, yes, and I'm going out. I must actually, okay, well, I said I wouldn't go out again, but for the sake of the videos, I think I might pop out to take just 1 or 2 or 3 photos. Because what I found interesting was, well, when I walked out our house onto the street, it was a ghost town. Okay, well, I was shocked for about a minute or two as I was walking. Then traffic kind of started, and I think 2 cars passed me between my house and the shopping mall, which is about 750 meters. Although I had a really slow walk, so wow. Okay, wow, is it really said? Wow, I walk slowly. Okay, well, it took about a 15-minute walk to get there. Mathematically, I don't know how that makes sense, but yeah, it did take me 15 minutes to get there. Um, yeah, so 2 cars passed me on the way there. Although when I walked around the corner, like because there's a final corner that you come around, then you can see the car park. It pretty much looked like business as usual, and I was like, wow, it's pretty fun. I wasn't expecting it to be so full because there was no traffic. But then when I got in and I saw the queues and the spacing out, and yeah, well, I was actually kind of confused as to where all the cars came from because there didn't actually seem to be that many people there. Or maybe it was staff, or who knows. But yeah, interesting day, interesting experience at the shopping mall. Only 2 shops open, basically. Maybe the post office. I didn't check and see. Although I think the post office was open because today was the day that they paid I think it's the old age grants and disability grants got paid today. So that is another reason that it was a bit busier, I'm guessing, because apparently it's been quite quiet for the past couple of days. Okay, well, since the first day of lockdown, it's basically been super quiet. Yeah, because no one had money, and now I guess everyone has money, so expect apparently for this week it's going to be quite busy, I'm presuming, and I heard a rumor or something about public transport might be running for this week for grant beneficiaries and people who, okay, I'm not sure which people it was, but yeah, for people, for basically people who got paid now, so they can go stock up and get all their shopping and groceries and supplies and all of that stuff done. Anyways, that's it for now, yeah, sorry to rant on for so long, but decided to fill in a bit for yesterday's video. Hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, subscribe, comment, yeah, anything like that will be great, and yeah, check you next time. Salute, I'm out, peace.